All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Prakadash. Give honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone. Peace and salutation to the Achaeon, to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing this truth and faith and sincerity. I'm Brother Shemala from the GMS Houston Camp, and this lesson is going to be entitled Under the Shadow of the Almighty. Yeah, right, because there are going to be a lot of things happening, right, as we get, closer, all right, to the end. Okay, this place is gonna continue to fall. This place is gonna continue to get worse. And things will get harder for us. Okay, especially for the ones who are in this truth, right? The believers. Okay, Esau is gonna make it real hard. All right, for us. Okay, but the Lord is gonna bring destruction to this place. Okay, and we're gonna be, in the midst of it. We're gonna be in the midst of a lot of shit. All right, it's called Jacob's trouble. Okay, Esau gonna be out here going crazy, right? The Lord's gonna be working as well. Okay, but we're gonna have protection from it all. All right, because one thing you gotta know is that when Esau moves, the Lord's gonna move too. So he's not just gonna let him just come and do whatever. All right, but some men will, right, be put to death because it's in their lot. All right, the Most High sanctioned that. Okay, but other men will be delivered, no matter how bad it may look, no matter how bad it may seem. All right, the Lord's gonna have, that protection over them. Okay, Esau not just gonna be able to do whatever he wants to do. All right, to anybody. Okay, let's start with Yahushua told Pilate that basically you have no authority over me except and my Father give that. All right, they said you can't do shit to me unless the Father allow it to happen. Okay, and there's gonna be a lot of things going on out here, man. It's things that we haven't seen before. The Lord said He's gonna do greater than what He did in ancient Egypt. Are you gonna top all of that? So it's gonna get crazy out here. But for the believers, man, there ain't nothing for us to fear. Because we'll be protected, all right, through it all. Okay, and you gotta believe that and have that hope in that. But this is Job 5:19. It says, He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 that shall no evil touch thee. Right? The 6 troubles, right? It's gonna be all of the shit going on, Jacob's trouble. All right. You're gonna have martial law, you're gonna have the push of the charagma, right? Hey, the Lord's gonna have things, going on out here as well, man, because He's gonna bring judgment to this place. All right, He's gonna bring evil to this place. What scripture says, shall there be evil in the city and the Lord had not done it? So hey, the Lord's gonna be working, bro, and it's gonna be terrifying. And to the ones who, have the spirit, right? The ones who know Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, know why this is happening. The Lord gonna put a spirit upon us to be able to see and endure through all of that. But without the people without the spirit, bro, they're gonna be bugging out. Okay? They're gonna be bugging out, man. Because they didn't have no savior. They ain't gonna know what to do. They don't know what to expect. They don't know that, Yahweh Shai is about to return and deliver, right? And that the Lord got the angels, protecting people and this and that. They don't know the end game. People are afraid of death because they think they're gonna go to hell. It's gonna be a lot of things running through people's mind, bro. They gonna see the chariots and think it's aliens. All right, until the Lord actually reveal Himself. All right, because it said every eye shall see Him. All right, but that first initial will be like, well, this aliens? It's like, nah, this is the Lord. There's gonna be a lot of things going on, bro. But it said, yea, and seven that shall know you will touch thee. And it's gonna be, basically the nuclear destruction. All right. So the nukes hitting, right, destroying Babylon the Great, which is America, right? It's not gonna touch the elect. Or the scripture speak about the second death, basically the elect having no part in the second death, or the second death having no power over them. Let me see if I can find that. Give me 1 second. Second. So Revelation 20:6 is blessed and holy is he to have part in the first resurrection, right? The going into the kingdom and not having to, die, right? That's part of that first resurrection, being delivered, basically being saved, right? Being able to witness that firsthand. Okay. On such, the second death has no power, right? So that's by fire, right? Because the first death was about what? Water. And this is by fire, which is the thermonuclear missiles, all right? Nukes. But they shall be priests of the Most High, and Yahushua shall reign with him 1,000 years. So this is going into the kingdom, right? This is that first resurrection, right? And those who are delivered will be a part of that. And the second death will have no power over them, meaning you won't be a part of that. All right. It shall not touch you. All right. But it says, in famine he shall redeem thee for death, and in war from the power of the sword. So it's gonna be it's gonna be people starving out here, man. People ain't gonna be able to eat. And that's a harsh thing, bro. It says that it's better to die by the sword than, by famine, right? Because your body's eating away at itself. That's a hard way to go. But this is what the Lord is going to bring upon our people. And we're going to be witnessing all of this. Okay? But the Lord going to be taking care of us, right? In the midst of it, because what he said, my servants shall eat and my servants shall drink. All right? We don't know how. All right? It's not, we didn't plan it. All right? Bro, the Lord just gonna be working, bro. That's all that we know. We just gotta believe in that he said, well, what's gonna happen. All right. And he says that he's not a man that he shall lie. So we don't know, gotta know how it's gonna happen, but that is going to happen. All right. And not question it. It says in war from the power of the sword, right? So there's gonna be a lot of people, dying, bro. Esau gonna be coming down, bro, with that great wrath. And the Lord's gonna give people over unto him, right? Especially the wicked of his people, the Negroes, the Latinos, Native Americans, which are the Israelites, or the Bible. All right, the true people, those who don't want to turn back to him, they're gonna be given over to the sword, man. All right, that's the fearful thing. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction. All right, when it cometh, let's see what it says in the NLT. You will be safe from slander and have no fear, all right, when destruction comes, right? Because these people words, bro, don't mean anything. So who shall hold anything to the charge of the elect? All right, it says there shall be no God found in our mouths. Okay. It's through Yahushua, bro. We're gonna be perfect, bro. Nobody can say anything against us. All right, it says every tongue that rises against us shall be condemned. All right, but it says, neither shall thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh, because we understand why these things are happening. And we are actually, excited, ecstatic that these things are going to be happening to this place, bro, because this place has to fall for our kingdom to come. Okay. This place falling shows that our kingdom is near. All right. Because we are destined to rule forever, and we are set up to rule next. All right. So we ain't gonna be afraid of this stuff that's coming, bro. Of course, we're gonna be in a flesh, bro. We're gonna feel certain things and have certain emotions and feelings. But ultimately, bro, the spirit gonna take over, bro. You're gonna have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Right? Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Okay? So we're not gonna be in fear as others. Because the Lord's gonna show that, hey, look, bro, since you did this for me, this is what I'm gonna do for you. The Lord gonna show up for it. It's gonna be outward showing. The Lord gonna show that He got us, and it's gonna increase our faith. All right, that's what it means that we should at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, because bro, the Lord gonna be with us. Really, it's not gonna be anything to worry about. Everybody else not gonna be able to say that. They're not gonna be able, to laugh or basically be protected, right, and have no worries. Okay, don't get me wrong. The Lord gonna put us through some things. We're gonna have to have some serious faith, right? And the Lord putting us through those situations just so we can call on Him, and so He can deliver us. All right. It says, neither shall thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, because the Lord is gonna have animals running rampant. All right. Just tearing people up, bro. Things are gonna be happening that you've never seen before. All right. But the elect will have that hedge about them, as it says in Ezekiel the 9th chapter. All right, those that sigh and that cry, right? That dawah. Okay. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. You see, that's that hedge, bro. The Lord already knows whom He's reserving for judgment, right? As far as being destroyed, and those who are reserving for salvation. Okay. And the spirit of the Most High, right? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, right? It's within all creation. The animals as well. So they're gonna know what's up. Okay. The Lord controls all spirits. All right. So in that day, bro, the destruction is for the wicked, bro. It's not. You shouldn't believe that it's for you. You shouldn't be afraid of what's coming. You shouldn't be afraid of the things that's about to take place. The people that's not turning to the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, right? If all people, bro, they should be afraid. Esau should be afraid. Bro, these heathens should be afraid of what's coming. This is our salvation. Okay? I ended with this. Psalms 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So what is the secret place? The secret place is this truth. Right? It's not known to everybody, and everybody can't get it. This is a secret place. Everybody can't come up in here. Right? Like in the temple, you have the priests in there. Nobody can come into them in the courts, bro. None of just know anybody can just come in there. Okay? This is the secret place. Right? And we're dwelling in it. Like I said, by way of this truth, by way of these scriptures, this understanding that we have, the Holy Spirit. All right. So just because we are doing this and in this secret place, we shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty, right? Which is basically protection. All right. So the protection of the Most High is going to be, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going to be on us, right, through all of this. All right. And we got to believe in that. All right. So that's the lesson. I'll just verifying what I'm going to say. Shalom.